Okay, everyone good? Now, phones away. You won't be needing them where we're going. Because they didn't have cell phones back in 1974. That's the year Liliana Mitterhofer came to America. She was trading the poverty of Peru for the drugs, guns, and graffiti of New York City, 20 years before Disney tamed the beast. She spoke no English. She had no money. She was all alone, only 19 years old. But she was driven, working her way up from nanny to secretary to administrative positions. She was funny and quirky. She loved music and was always moving at 80 miles an hour, working and doing things for other people. She had this awesome ability to make other people's lives better and make them look good. And then, 6 months after she arrived, she met the man who would become my father. And even after I arrived 6 months later, she never slowed down.
Kita, come and sit down for dinner, ahora.
My mother did not cook.
Who you were talking to? A boy?
No, Ma.
Good. Too soon for boys, hmm? Now, sit down and eat. It's good.
What is it?
I don't know, your abuela made it. Hmm?
If you don't know what it is, how do you know it's good?
It's not important. What matters is there's food in your plate, and when there's food in your plate,
you eat it.
Uh-huh. Kita, you don't take for granted the food that you have. Now, eat one for your cousin Georgie. Oh, eat one for your cousin Pepe. Oh, eat one for your cousin Caterina. And one for your cousin Jose.
Geez, I have a bazillion cousins in Peru. Am I ever going to get to stop eating?
And you know what? Eat one for your cousin.
Mom, I get it.
Oh, no. Don't give me, I get it. Come over here. Sit. You don't know what it's like to live in chaos. In Peru, everything is a struggle.
Hmm? That sounds awful.
Oh, why wasn't all that terrible? When I was your age, we used to play hide and seek during the brownouts.
Brownouts?
Yeah, brownouts, blackouts. It was a lot of fun. Oh, I remember we used to go hunting for herbs in the jungle.
You were in the jungle?
Oh my God. Haven't you heard of the Amazon? Ay, Dios mío, what do they teach you in American schools? Anyways, so we were poor, but we still have great adventures. Oh, I remember this time.
My mom would go on for hours with all these crazy stories from her childhood. When I was 12, we boarded a plane. Me, Ma, and my abuelita Yolanda, bound for Peru. We were going to visit all the family and cousins I'd been taking bites for all those years. And I asked my aunts and uncles about my mom's crazy stories, and they assured me that they were all in fact true. But on the third day, I got sick, something you don't want to do in Peru. And my mother, the caretaker, she's bribing people to get me in to see the doctor, to get nurses to come to the hotel and give me injections. And that's when I fell in love with my mother. How could I not? She would move mountains for me. Oh, and she taught me how to dance.
Kita, if you want to meet a nice boy, you need to know how to dance. Come over here. Oh, your father and I used to dance a lot.
Yeah, that didn't turn out so well.
Well, we were pretty much in love back then. But, people change, things happen. Come, dance with me.
Ma, it's not like when I was little. You can't just pick me up off the ground and make me dance like I'm your monkey.
Oh, yes, you are my monkey. Yes, I can. Now, dance with your mother.
I like to move it. I like to
Mom.
move it.
I like this song. Come on, dance with your mother.
You like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it.
Oh,
I like to
no.
move it.
That didn't turn out so well.
This is stupid. I don't know what to do.
Ay, Kita, come over here, mija. You're already beautiful. That's half of the bottle right there. Now, all you need to know is, the secret. Just pick an instrument. It could be a single drum, a bass, a guitar. Just pick one instrument. Follow the instrument with your body. So you might trick people that you know how to dance. Let's try. Come on. Oh, I like this one. Come on, mija. Yes. Oh my God! Look at my monkey dancing. Oh. Ay, Kita. The boys are going to love you. Oh, that's so good.
I grew up. I rebelled. When I was 18, I left Jersey and I vowed never to return. But every time I dance, it doesn't matter where I am, at a club or a wedding or wherever, I always hear my mother say,
Did you pick an instrument?
Ma was a bit of a rebel too. After my parents divorced, she fell in love again with Peggy. How's that for a plot twist? Leave it to my mom to rock the traditional Peruvian family dynamic. But even though I was away at school, my mother was never far. She was always there in the way I organized my work, carefully color-coding my life. She was always making me look good, making my life easier.
Kita, did you get my package?
No, Ma, I didn't.
Ah.
Oh, wait, here it is. What are these, ketchup packets?
Yes, I have extras. So, I know you like ketchup.
Thanks, Ma. You can never have too much ketchup. I'll just keep it with the sugar packets, soy sauce, and envelopes that you sent me.
Did you see the car?
Card? It's not my birthday. Oh, but it is St. Patrick's Day,
Happy St. Patrick's Day!
says the Peruvian woman who converted to Judaism.
I just want you to know that I'm thinking of you.
Thanks, Ma. Is everything okay? Mom?
Now, I don't want you to worry.
People are too embarrassed to send ketchup packets in the mail. And so instead, the person never knows that they're thinking of them, which was basically the memo. It was, make sure you're eating. And every package came with a note signed, Love Always, Mom. Like many mother-daughter relationships, ours had its ups and its downs. I told you I vowed never to return to Jersey, remember? But when Ma told me about her diagnosis, we were back together, like that.
I like this color.
It's a bit much, don't you think?
Says a daughter who's moving into a barn.
It's all I can afford, and it's an apartment.
In a barn. And you have horses for neighbors.
Come on, Ma, I'm having an adventure.
Oh, yes, you are. Oh.
Oh. Here, sit down.
I'm okay. It's just like everything is so crooked in here. And the walls, it feels like they're closing in.
It's your neuropathy from the chemo. This wasn't a good idea.
No. Nonsense. I'm glad you left that boy. He wasn't good enough for you.
You say that about every boy.
Well, because it's true. But soon you're going to find the right man, and everything is going to change.
Where's Peggy?
Oh, I sent her to the hardware store to get you some tools.
Tools? I don't use any tools.
Neither do I, but just do what Peggy says.
There she goes again, always taking care of me. Barely a week out from chemo, and she's trying to lift my spirits from a bad breakup. This is one of my favorite memories. Me and my mom just doing this fun, regular mother-daughter thing together. And she really put me first instead of herself in that situation, which is so motherly. That was my ma. I didn't live in that barn for very long. I had to be closer to her. So there I was, back in New Jersey again. At the time, it felt like cancer was everywhere. My grandfather, who was like my best friend, had colon cancer. My cousin had leukemia. My mother changed. She slowed down. The beautiful brown tone of her skin turned to the jaundice I now recognize with cancer patients. just really sad. We both were. But I knew what would cheer her right up. Because, wouldn't you know it, I had to move back to Jersey to meet Mr. Right.
Oh, I want to tell this story.
Ma, you're supposed to be in bed.
Why do you get to do all the talking? It's my story too. Sit down. Anyways, she meets this wonderful man.
Kyle.
I know his name.
Okay.
And you can tell by the way she talks about him, that he was good for her. So I would ask, so when are you moving in together? She get all defensive. Mom, I barely know this guy. Sure enough, after 6 months, they move in together. Thank God Kyle knew and loves how to cook. Because, she cooks like me.
I can hear you.
Well, anyway, so one day, Kyle and Kita invite us for dinner to their condo, to Peggy and I. So Kyle was kind enough to ask, so what's your favorite food? I said, well, stuffed peppers for Peggy and coconut cream pie.
Which I made, first pie I ever made, with Kyle's help.
Oh, well, it was beautiful. Dinner was beautiful. The condo was so beautiful. And Kyle was beautiful. Oh, we had a wonderful dinner and great stay, but until I ruined it.
You didn't ruin anything.
I couldn't eat. I tried, but my stomach hurt so much. And you know that in Peru, when someone offers you food, you eat it.
It's okay, Ma. Maybe it was a blockage in her small intestine or colon. Who knows? In hindsight, you think, I wish there was something besides chemo. We thought she could eat because we were in one of those watch and wait periods in between chemo. Watch and wait. I hate that helplessness.
Don't talk about that. Tell them about a happy moment. Remember when you...
Ma?
Oh, come here. Show me. Hi. It's gorgeous.
Oh my God, Ma, I wish you were there. Kyle, he had it all planned out. My boss was in on it. She told me to take a mental health day. And then he took me out on his little fishing boat, and that's where he proposed. And he did it on Mother's Day for you.
Oh, how sweet. But we need to start getting things ready. Oh my God, we have a lot of things to do. You need to pick up your team. Oh, and see what centerpieces you want. And you want the bridesmaid to wear the same color? Oh, all different colors. And don't forget to buy them a little gift afterwards. It's really nice to do that. A lot of people don't think about those things.
And just like that, she's going 80 miles an hour again. And as awful as it was that she was doing it from a hospital bed, she was making sure all those important boxes were checked. She was making my life easier, making me look good. At our wedding, we gave our guests gift bags filled with Peruvian spices in her memory. And in her final note to me, the last of hundreds she'd written in my lifetime, she thanked Kyle for making her daughter the happiest version of me she'd ever seen. And of course, she signed the card, "Love always, Mom." But look what she wrote on the envelope. That was my ma. She wanted my life to be an epic adventure just like hers. My mother always told me the first 5 years of my life were the best 5 years of hers. But for me, the last 5 years of her life might have been the best years of mine. Sejula could have potentially given me more of that, more time for her to be here. More time to laugh, more time to love, more time to dance.